If it doesn't work, I'll just do it tomorrow. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again. Welcome back to another live commentary. Hopefully this works because, this Wi-Fi, it's acting up. We're doing Sonic the Hedgehog, yeah. But my favorite movie of last year. If this doesn't work, I'll just do it again. Hey, Darius, can you hear me? Because I've been having some technical issues today. This movie's short. It's about 90 minutes, so I want to get started. Let's do it. If you can hear me, tell me, because I didn't mute my camera or my mic. This is the opening with the Paramount logo. And so you can hear, okay. This is the old logo with the rings, and this is the opening with the Sonic, the Sega games. I played a lot of these Sega games when I was a kid. Sonic, Golden Axe, Altered Beast I played as a kid. Yeah, the Sega Cinematic Universe. So, okay, it's improving now. Okay, because Google Plus Google is the worst because it just crashes all the time. Yep, an original film based on a video game from the early '90s when I was 6. I only played the first 3 games, by the way. If I'm a little herky jerky, don't mind me. This is the beginning of the movie, opening with Robotnik and Sonic. From the producer of Deadpool, yes. That's why he talks to the camera a lot. Ben Schwartz is great in the movie as Sonic's voice. I'm glad they got a new voice. This is the end of the movie, by the way. CBS? Yeah, they did that in Deadpool as well. What's your favorite movie of the Disney revival era, 2009 to 2019? I don't know. I guess Alice in Wonderland, because a lot of these remakes have been terrible. Because I like Alice. And that was when Johnny Depp was still bankable. This is Baby Sonic, or when he's a kid. And they nailed the look of the game. Yeah, I know, because you're a kid. And look like a character from that Owl movie that Zack Snyder did, The Legend of the Guardians. Those are the echidnas. Knuckles family, yeah. The echidnas, the red hedgehogs that have little white gloves as well. So if people said that Knuckles was not in the movie, his family certainly is. I recognize their eyes from Sonic 3. Because the recent Disney movies, there's a reason this made more money than Onward and anything else that they did. Like Artemis Fowl, if that made it to theaters, it would have sucked. I know, in the game, if you lose them, you die. So this movie was awesome. Considering the video game movies we got in the last decade, like Assassin's Creed and Warcraft and another Tomb Raider movie, yeah. My favorite movie 2020 is Minari or Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Never heard of it. I needed to see something lighter because last year was so dark. I didn't know how dark it was going to be. Plus, Jim Carrey steals this movie when he shows up. There it is, the Sonic the Hedgehog freaking theme. I never thought in a million years I would see a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and it's actually good. It's not a unfaithful adaptation. I said this in my review last year. Embrace the source material. Work with what you got. Don't try to change it into something that it's not. There's James Marsden. We just saw him in Superman Returns in my commentary back in January. Yeah, this movie is a lot of fun. Like it's exactly what it needs to be. This couldn't work if it was a dark, gritty movie. Yeah, he's in Montana. I've never been to Montana before. That's Adam Pally. Jonas Brothers. Not never been a fan of them. No, didn't. I like some of their songs in the early days, but I'm not a big fan of their acting. Let's just say that. I just prefer other people. I prefer Miley Cyrus and Emily Osment and Mitchell Musso and a bunch of other people from Disney Channel. I even like R5 more because Ross is a way better actor than all of the Jonas Brothers. There's Sonic from behind. The CG looks better. Yeah, I saw the first trailer. Looked ridiculous. It was like that doesn't look anything like any Sonic I've ever seen in any of the games or in the cartoons. And I saw the cartoons when I was a kid. What's up, network? Just we're getting to a good movie this time, so you don't have to shit on this movie like you did with Good Day to Die Hard. That one I understand. It's not for everyone. This was a film that every video game fan needed because after what we went through with the bad Mortal Kombat sequel and Double Dragon and Street Fighter and Doom and freaking Doom Annihilation and all that, yeah, we needed something like this. Fun. Welcome to Green Hills. That's from the game. I'm surprised that this movie was such a huge hit, especially since last year was the last major hit of 2020. This and then The Invisible Man. But here's a song from Queen from Shazam. In the sky. Me passing by like Lady Godiva. Oh, 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 there's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky. They call me Mr. Fat. Yeah, I love that song of Shazam. Don't stop me. Don't stop me. Hey, don't stop me. I also appreciate that Sonic has Flash comics because I want my Flash movie, guys, next year. Do you like Son of a Bit? I don't know what that is. There it is, the Flash. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. Don't want to make a supersonic man out of you. That's a great song. I'm glad they put it in two of my favorite movies of the last couple years. This and Shazam. Mario reference. And I know this is Sega, but still, Sonic is part of Mario's world now because he was bought by Nintendo, bought the rights to Sega games. The Donut Lord. That was pretty cute. There's the Duckies. Yeah, those are reference. Oh, this movie is a Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. He has this has an interracial couple, which is nice to see. Yeah. Also, this movie has a great sense of humor because like Guardians of the Galaxy. Movie night is my favorite. There's a puppy. There's a golden retriever. Yes. Speed, one of the best '90s films. Yeah, an interracial couple in a kids movie. See, it exists. Isolation, trust me, Sonic. I know what that's about. 11 months. March, it'll be a whole year that I've been in the house. Well, I've gone out. I just didn't go I didn't go on vacation since 2019. So is that police? No, no. Is that Naked Gun? I think it is. Yeah. And I get that Sonic wants to be part of a family. What happened to the chat? Here, there's Rocket Raccoon eating in the garbage. Raccoons are cute, but they're carnivores, so they could be very dangerous. I felt a raccoon tail. It's very soft, but they're very dangerous. Yeah, they're cute, though. I admire them from afar. I don't want to get my face scratched in. Have you seen a raccoon in real life? They're very scary. There's Tika Sumter. She was in the Ride Along movies. That's where I know her from. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, they never say wokeness or anything. It's an interracial couple. Yeah, that exists in this world, guys. There's a cake. Forget the. Congratulations, I never had a doubt. Yeah, and it's good to see that James Marsden was in a good movie that was not an X-Men movie. Because it's been a while, guys. Because Hop, I didn't care. I didn't want to see that. I don't like Russell Brand's voice. He grades on my nerves. It's like James Corden or these other British guys. They're annoying. They're not funny. Like, yeah, it's not for me, guys. Not for me. What movie have you seen with a lot of nudity just to be edgy? So it's a Fatal Attraction and Basic Instinct, the first one. It's pretty intense for an early '90s film. That's that video got more views than anything on my old channel. I also like Tika Sumter's voice. And she didn't have to work with Tyler Perry, so you, Tyler Perry. Because, she's better than that. Come on. At least I don't think so, anyway. Because my favorite movie of last year was going to be anything that was lighter, because last year was so bad. Worst and best R-rated comedy. One of the best ones is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I like that one. Office Space. I like that one. One of the worst is Horrible Bosses. I didn't like the first one. I recently watched the sequel and I liked it better because I actually laughed this time. My expectations were low, but Chris Pine and some of the other cast made me laugh more than the first one. It wasn't as gross as the first one. And critics hated it, but I don't care because I'm a man that could toot my own horn. The baseball game, yeah. This film, I heard the commentary last year on the Blu-ray. It's amazing. Scott Fowler really knew why people love the game so much. And critics saying this was one of the worst of last year. Did you see Doolittle? Did you see what else? Artemis Fowl or Like a Boss or The Grudge or a bunch of other films? Melissa McCarthy, she's hit or miss for me. She's funny in Bridesmaids and Spy, but then you have Fembusters and the Happy Time Murders and all that. I'm like, yeah, she can do better than that. She can be a talent, but she has to pick the right script. Sonic, yeah. I really wanted to see this movie again. It's been a while. Yeah, Ben Schwartz just nailed it. While he doesn't sound like Jaleel White from the cartoons, he still does his own take on Sonic, and it's really good. And people thought that Jim Carrey as Robotnik was not going to work. It worked, guys. He already signed on to do the sequel, which I'm so pumped for. Just please don't make it like Wonder Woman 84. Don't make it 2.5 hours. This movie works at 90 minutes or an hour and 40 minutes. You don't need the extra hour. You don't need padding in a kids movie. Trust me. And Sonic has such amazing lore because you have Tails, you have Knuckles, you have Biggs the cat, you have who else? You have that crocodile, you have Amy. You have a lot of characters, guys. And no, I'm not talking about the '06 Kane that has Elise, which is a human. No, we don't need humanoids in this franchise. We already have human characters. We don't need like Final Fantasy characters in Sonic. It makes no sense whatsoever. That only worked in Kingdom Hearts, where you have Kingdom Hearts characters with the Final Fantasy characters and Disney characters. That worked. Surprisingly, it did. So if the nostalgia critic rips this movie apart, hey, remember Jim Carrey is giving his all on this, and also and the movie's very funny. It's not a remake like The Lion King or Aladdin, stuff we've seen done better. Yep, he's going Super Saiyan. I'm just glad this podcast is working because I've had horrible technical issues because my Wi-Fi is outside and it's been freezing. So nope, there's a blackout. I guess those phones work because landlines don't have electricity, and yeah, I'm getting a lot of views, which is good. Keep watching, guys. I want to do a commentary for another kids movie, like Shrek or something like that, or one of the other DreamWorks films or Pixar movies. I've been through a blackout, so I know many times. 2012 Hurricane Sandy, I didn't have power in the house for 3 days. So you can only imagine how freezing it was. It was October and it was so cold, and that was before the winter too. There's Sonic's quill, yeah, because he's a hedgehog. Hedgehogs have like quills, like porcupine or an echidna. There's the Pentagon. And there's a lot of Canadian actors here too because they filmed it in Canada mostly. You like my picture? Which picture? I don't see anything. An Asian woman. Oh no. Yeah, please. Yeah, I know this guy. He was the villain in Ernest Rides Again. Yeah, he's basically Tony Stark if he was out of his mind. He's like Tony Stark dialed up to 12. My profile pic, I don't see it. It's a wolf or something. I don't know what that is. What is it? A dog or a wolf? What is that? Yeah, there's a wasted cameo by Neil Madonna. I'm like, please stop doing movies. You're not even. He's not even the villain in this movie. Oh, people wearing masks. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Yeah, Madonna's not a good villain. He sucked what was it? He was in Red 2. He was a villain in Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun Li. He was a villain in Arrow and the Legends of Tomorrow. The crossover. It doesn't work for me. He was the guy from Angels in the Outfield that was weird. There he is. Yep, Jim freaking Carrey. I'm back, baby. And his Indian or Middle Eastern sidekick, who's not Riz Ahmed, thank God, because he was just horrible. In Venom, he was horrible. Bring me my creature. Wrong. It's a dog. Okay. What kind of dog? A white dog? I love this. This performance is fantastic. Yeah, this guy's a way better actor than Riz Ahmed. I love his gloves because it's like Tony Stark in Iron Man 3. What was your opinion on Paris Hilton's ass again? I don't hate her. Yeah. Nobody cares. I know. I saw the movie. My exact. Yeah, an adult joke. Well, mostly. What did you say? I don't hate her. I'm sorry, guys. She's not like the girls that we have nowadays. At least she didn't film somebody dying in Japan like Logan Paul did. Yes. Yeah, I know Robotnik didn't look like this in the game, but he does look like he does in the game at the very end in the post-credit scene. But Carrie's performance just knocks it out of the park. He's dialing it up to 12 because he's like, I'm back, baby. I didn't get a mass sequel. Ace Ventura didn't get a third movie, and Dumb and Dumber 2 didn't make as much as the first one. So I'm gonna just go full 90s Carrie, and that's exactly what I wanted. I needed another Robert Downey Jr. just on speed. The villain is over the top in the game. Have you seen the games? You know what they say? The more the merrier. Yeah, I've seen the games. I've seen the games, the 3D Sonic games like Sonic Boom or whatever. After I saw this movie, I wanted to play the game. Well, my sister has the second game on Switch, so on the Nintendo Switch, so I can play it again. Yeah, because Sonic is an alien hedgehog. And trust me, this is the first hit film that Jim Carrey had in over 15 years. He needed this, man. He did all these dramatic stuff, and I'm like, it's too much. We get it, Jim. You can act. We know that. You don't have to be Robin Williams, where he had to do a dramatic thing and then do a crazy comedy, dark comedy later in his life before he passed. I know it is. It hasn't been safe for a year. So. Yeah. Have you seen It Follows? Yeah, it's a good one. It didn't have a crappy sequel like Annabelle and Paranormal Activity. Why are they doing more of those? We don't need. Yep, Mushroom Planet, which is basically. Yeah, It Follows is great. I think what's her name? Micah Monroe is gorgeous, and she's a good actress. I don't know why people said she couldn't act. JoJo, yeah, mixed-ish. Yeah, they're mixed because they're like a light skin. Plus, it has black people, so it's not. It is a Black History Month movie. Olive Garden, yeah. I haven't eaten at an Olive Garden, so I want to check it out one day when indoor dining returns. Oh no, Rocket's coming back. We're gonna see him soon in Guardians 3. Jojo has frizzy hair. I like that. She's cute. He has a tranquilizer gun, yeah. Divorce. I know in the games the rings didn't take you to another world. It did take you to a bonus world though in the first game. If you got 50 rings in Sonic and Sonic 2, you go to the bonus levels. So it kind of makes sense. The red ring of power. Meow. I'm having a ball, man. You see why I love this film so much? Because I did enjoy Bad Boys for Life. I just didn't like some of the things in it, like the villains and some of the Spanish, and also some of the dialogue was kind of painful for me personally. But this was just, all it could be, and it made me laugh out loud in the theater. Plus, the audience was just having a great time in both films, this and Bad Boys. And this is one of two films I saw in the theater last year. So bear with me. Because last year I didn't go to the theater 10 times like I normally do because there was no MCU films thanks to COVID. Everything got pushed. And now at least we have the MCU shows now, so that's giving me something. Sonic is out cold. He's so cute. And this movie won't be a drag to get through. It's not 2 hours long. It's only an hour and a half. Same running time as Good Day to Die Hard. Oh, this is way better. I know that. It's funnier. The actors are trying harder. It has color. It's not, it doesn't have freaking subtitles mostly. There's one subtitle scene, and that's Robotnik says something in Japanese, which is not the game. Because you have to, the movie hasn't, it's just started. Yeah. In the game, you hit something and you go, yeah. I know. I played the games, guys. I was a fan of the games when I was a kid. I didn't have a Genesis until '96, but my cousin had Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, so I played it. 3, I played when my sister got it for the Nomad back in 1998. Yeah, so I played Sonic 3. I just never finished it. Yep, that's what he said. Life or death situation, I'll be there. Yeah, the chat's kind of empty today. It's just Network and Julius. Yeah, but it's fine. I don't need like 10 people on here because it's hard to keep track of the thing. Darius, not Julius. What am I saying? Because it's a Saturday, it's a Sunday, and it's a holiday. So I guess couples are going outside to. That's the attic, yeah. I have an attic. I haven't been up there in a while. Good morning, my rural chum. I'm from the power company investigating blackout. If you don't mind, I'd like to see things inside your house. I'm kidding. You're from the power company? Oh, you must know my buddy Spence. We played softball together. Spence. He's a good man. He's a good man. Yeah. Oh, come on in. Right. Take all the readings you need. Except, power company usually take the readings outside the house. That way they can check me. Also, my buddy Spencer worked at the gas company. He's one of those frisbee guys. So you want to tell me why you feel dumb enough to just let you walk inside my house? I love those gloves. Yeah, I don't think Robotnik had that in the games because I've only played the first 3 games. I think I played Sonic Spinball once. Yeah. And also, I played the Sonic game on the Game Gear when I was a kid. Yep, I know. It happened to me because when there's a thunderstorm or a hurricane or even a snowstorm, the power goes out. Thankfully, that didn't happen this year so far, and I don't want it. I need power, guys, and plenty of it. Electrical power, that is, because I need to keep doing live streams. You guys need my help, to get through this god awful freaking winter, the cold, and yes, Eggman. If you're in Japan, they say his name at the end. Robotskis. At least his name is from the game. This movie was a joy to watch. I saw this in the theater and people were cracking up. In a kids movie, the adults were laughing harder than the kids. Have you seen Jesse? What, that stupid show on the Disney Channel? No, I don't like Debbie Ryan. I never did. Even on Sweet Life on Deck, I'm like, no, nobody cares about you. An adult joke, eh? Wink, wink. I couldn't be breastfed. I was lactose intolerant when I was a baby, but I'm not. That's all I'm gonna say. I can drink milk now, so because I love having dairy. I love yogurt and ice cream, and I love pizza with cheese, with extra cheese, especially on it or in the crust. Cheese is good, man. Yeah, I love Jim Carrey's. Just like nobody can act like him. Ryan Reynolds is Canadian, but he acts nothing like Jim Carrey. They're like PewDiePie. I don't think I've seen his videos because I heard that he's weird, but hey, I'm weird, so I do weird things on these streams. And there were machines in the Sonic games. Robotnik turned all the animals in the forest into robots. So that's kind of raccoon. That raccoon is real too. It's not CGI. Trust me, this movie got like a 60-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. They made over $400 million, I think, worldwide. Let me see. Check my tablet. Have you seen Freddy Got Fingered? Nope. I was right, baby. And this did save Jim Carrey's career because if it wasn't, this was his Iron Man, which we needed. 5 seconds. 4. 3. Did you refuse? No, I will watch it if I can stream it somewhere. Ding dong, ding dong. It's ridiculous. It's a cartoon, guys, but I can watch it because it's from 20 years ago. So that scream always gets me because it just comes out of nowhere, man. Let me just see how much this movie made worldwide because nothing made $1 billion last year. So. And don't worry, the song in the beginning of this thing, it'll show up in the And the fact that this movie was in theaters and not on streaming, direct to streaming, that makes a huge difference. A 63%. That is a fresh, just like Aquaman and Joker. Oh no, Jeff Fowler, excuse me, not Scott Fowler. $319.7 million on a budget of 81 to 95. See, not every movie needs to be $200 million, guys. Do you like Agents of Shield? I saw it, but I was not a big fan of it. I was close. I said it was almost $400 million. They were developing this movie since the 90s, and it didn't leave the planning stage until Sony acquired the rights in 2013, and I'm so glad. But it doesn't feel like a Sony movie. The sequel's scheduled to come out next year. I hope so. I love this. I wish there's a look at the glasses. Yeah, Sonic. This movie shouldn't have worked, but it did. You have Jay Vader's friended on Facebook. I don't think so. I think I have to. His user is Jordan Simmons. Yeah, I know. I'll befriend him later. Yeah, that's from the Mario games. There's a mushroom planet there. You know, the Mushroom Kingdom. It's not to Mario. Don't unfriend him. He's cool. That's fine. I didn't unfriend him. It's just I haven't been had time. I've been reposting a lot of my old pictures from Facebook. I have to because I don't want to lose those. If my old Facebook gets shut down, at least I have the other one. He has a fish on his head. Yeah, it does. Wet. I'm cold. There's a fish on my head. This is when he spins his head and his hair is fuzzy. He's so cute. He's so fuzzy. It's like an afro. Yeah, Sonic has pointy hair. And if critics said he was annoying, I'm like, Sonic is a kid. He's not like a grown man. He's like SpongeBob. Yep, I know who you are. I played your games. Like Mario, I played a lot of his games. Kanye West, no, he's a douchebag. We gotta see it. Yeah, right. Yep. It was there. Remember the Legend of Hercules? Yeah, that's horrible. That movie was. I'm never doing a podcast for that movie because Caden Lutz is the worst Hercules I've ever seen. Period. No one will ever be as terrible. Even the guys in the '50s that dubbed those Italian Hercules movies were better because at least they tried. They weren't like, I'm not a god. I'm just a man. He's horrible. You thought he was terrible in Twilight? This is worse. At least in Twilight, he had, I don't know, some character. Here, he had nothing. A payphone, yeah. He's so cute. And there's a bar scene. That was something you don't see in a lot of PG movies now. What was the last kids movie to have a bar scene? In not in the 80s. I'm saying like recently. I think the third Shrek. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. Because Shazam was PG-13, so yeah, I love this movie so much, man. Oh, you mean Men in Black International? Yeah. Do you have Windows 8? Yeah, because I have an old computer from like 7 years ago. The year's almost over. I can't wait. I mean, it's almost half done. Because, like I said, the winter's the hardest time to get through, guys. If you know me, I was born in the winter, so I know how cold it is and I know how boring it is. Wow, I couldn't do that. I, I love how Jim Carrey just he's like over the top, and I love it. See, a DC villain doesn't need to be like this. I'm sorry, this fit in Harley Quinn and in Wonder Woman 84. The only reason Maxwell Lord was likable is because Pedro Pascal was giving it his all. If it was any other actor, it would have failed. If that was Jesse Eisenberg again, it would have sucked. Yeah, Sonic is so cute in the movie. He definitely. Do I like Wes Anderson? Yeah, I love his style. His films look beautiful. Have lots of great colors. The cinematography is gorgeous, and he gets people that can actually act. Oh my God, the concept. He's not like Paul W. S. Anderson, where I'm going to put my wife in everything. And he made Monster Hunter. This is a masterpiece compared to Monster Hunter. Yeah, because that's a garbage movie. They have to reference better movies. Like what? We like Guardians of the Galaxy? So he does the Hunger Games thing. Hey, cute Asian girl. 43 years old. That Asian girl that she does a voice in My Little Pony. She's adorable. She's from Canada. Yum, yum, yummy. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Yeah. Again, guys, I'm going to be saying that a lot. Best and worst John Favreau movie. Well, the best one is Iron Man, the first one. His worst. I haven't seen The Lion King or The Jungle Book, but I don't know. Let me see what else he's directed. I like Zathura. He's only bad when he has to do remakes. Favreau's also doing a sequel to The Jungle Book, unfortunately, but I never liked that CG. People said the CG looked good. I haven't seen Chef because I don't like Sofia Vergara's in it. I'm not a fan. Sorry. That woman's voice is painful. Director. Maid. I haven't seen Elf. I love Elf. I don't know what his worst is because I would say the remakes that he's done, but I haven't seen them. So because Favreau's not a director that I hate. I even like Cowboys and Aliens. Deadly Desperado. Tame a Wild Animal. Oh man, drink in your face. Yep, Star Wars reference. Hipsters. Hipsters. And I like the scene. The scene it takes from X-Men Days Future Past, the Quicksilver scene, and in X-Men Apocalypse, where he stops time and then he does things. Yeah, and it's good to see Quicksilver back in WandaVision. If you haven't seen it, yeah, Evan Peters is back. It took him long enough. What's the worst movie that shows more than 10 naked women? I don't know. Maybe some of those direct-to-video National Lampoon movies or something like that. Where, look, it's a pair of boobs. Yeah, I've seen that. The bottle doesn't break because it's a movie. In a movie, yeah, here, this is when he stops time. Yes, this is a nod to X-Men, but at this time, X-Men was already in the crapper. You had Dark Phoenix come out a year before this, and that bombed. Then you had last year's flop that nobody wanted, New Mutants, and now and now we're getting the X Men and the MCU. Hopefully, they could do it right this time. And to be fair, Sonic came out before the X Men movies, so you can't say it's a complete ripoff. The games came out in '91. The X Men cartoon had come out a year after. So, and the first X Men movie was in the year 2000. So, what Jason movie has the most boobs? I think like 5 does, or 4. It's fun to see this movie on Valentine's Day. I like the New Mutants. Dark Phoenix was ass. I know it's just the New Mutants. It didn't appeal to me. I saw the trailer years ago and I didn't care. The cat list just did nothing for me. I thought that movie was just it was going to have a huge problem. I did like this more than Pokemon Detective Pikachu because it didn't have Brits in it, which is a nice touch because that movie had too many Brits in it. You didn't need Bill Nye as a villain going "Ugh," and doing Mewtwo's voice at the end. And you also didn't need that British chick that was Ditto or whatever. You didn't need that. It felt really forced. Hey Johnny Jerry, that's how they act. What do you mean that's how they act? Look up Friday the 13th boobs and you'll see a lot from part 5. It's just 5 doesn't have Jason in it. It was it was Roy the ambulance driver, the wannabe Jason. British actors are cartoonish. I know because they think that their shit doesn't stink. Yeah, but it does. Yeah, that wasn't needed. That's the worst joke in the movie. Fart joke. Yep, that's from the cartoon. What's your opinion on boobs again? Again, they're nice to look at when they're real. First actor act cartoonish. They shouldn't be in everything. If there was a Brit in this movie, it would be out of place because it's filmed in Canada and it's based on a Japanese game that American people played when it was localized in 1991, and nothing to do with the UK whatsoever. You already had a British version of this movie. It was called Hop, where Russell Brand played the Easter Bunny with a red accent like this. No, it's cartoonish. That's why I don't watch the BBC or Game of Thrones or anything because they sound cartoonish. I can't take them seriously. They acting like this is the most important thing they're ever gonna do, and I'm like, why? Game of Thrones was ruined at the end. A dragon burns everybody, and who the wrong person is king or queen. Again, suck it, writers. You don't know how to write a good ending. This movie has a better ending than your stupid show. 8 seasons of BS, and this is what they give us. The dragon lady, the Daenerys is gonna burn everybody. What kind of a freaking ending is that? That would be like if Lord of the Rings ended like that. Like instead of the eagles, instead of the eagles saving Frodo and the rest of the hobbits and everybody on the mountain, Mount Mordor, that they ate them. It would be out of place. It would be ruin the movie. Worst and best Hannibal movies. I have not seen them yet, so I can't say anything. And no, I'm not going to see Clarice. It's going to be watered down. It's going to be some PG-13 crime drama. Yeah, we haven't seen 100 of those lately. And Clarice, you got an Australian actress to play Clarice? That sucks. I'd rather see Julianne Moore or Jodie Foster. That's great. Yeah, I wish that was Riz Ahmed so he could punch him right in the face. I can't stand that actor. I don't know why Austin defended the last season of Game of Thrones. I don't know. I like two of the actors, Jason Momoa, who left that show a long time ago, and Peter Dinklage, who was one of the only good American actors on that show. Everybody else is a Brit, a Scotsman, an Irishman, an Australian, a New Zealander, or something like that. Foreign, because that's what we want to see on HBO, right? No, kiss my ass. I mean, this is the kind of actresses I like, guys. Look, take a look. Take a look at that face. Wait, hold on. Too bright. That's Amanda Peet. That's one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen, and she ain't no Brit. But these big juicy lips, and she does this thing with her mouth that just, oh my god, it just drives me crazy. And she has beautiful hair, a gorgeous smile, and a natural body. Have I seen the It films? No, not the original or the two remakes. Have I seen The Fanatic? No. In the spring, I'm going to catch up on some films. You are so gorgeous, Amanda. I wish she was in this movie. She needs another chance. Hollywood did her wrong. Oh yeah, this is the part with the dancing. No, I think is it this scene? It might be. I know it wouldn't happen, but what if they made a sequel to Gotti? Please catch up to Sin City soon, John. If I can find it on Netflix, I'll watch it. There's a great scene. Again, In your face, Wonder Woman 84. This film did a freaking driving scene better. It did a chase scene way better, and I didn't have to wait an hour for it. What, we're like 50 minutes in? Almost an hour, and yet there's been more action than that movie. That movie needed more action. And it needed a better writer because Jeff Johns ain't a good writer. I'm sorry. Catch Me If You Can. No. I still need to. Yeah! That was me in the theater. If they made a sequel to Gotti, it would be worse than Gotti. Yeah, but Travolta's done worse. This movie could have been animated. Yeah, Wonder Woman 84 is just I didn't hate it, but it could have been better. It should have been more like this. Yep, Super Saiyan. Oh, this is when he rolls like in the game. Yep, that's from the game. Woo! Battlefield Earth is still Travolta's worst movie. Yeah, it is one of his worst. I've seen it. Before you could spell your name, I was taught to conquer galaxies. It's too much. It's so hammy. It's making this look subtle. Yeah, that was awesome. That's a nod to the game too. Yep, the flossing. I have no idea. Thank you for asking. He's great. I haven't seen Ace Ventura. I got to see that. Battlefield Earth is just, it's a cartoon and it's a bad movie. Like, it makes the prequels look dignified. At least those movies are entertaining. I'll take I Don't Like Sand any day over Before You Can Spell Your Name or Oh, You're Too Much. And yeah, the Cyclones are the lamest villains ever in Battlefield Earth. And I saw that movie on YouTube years ago. Yeah, kids, that's all they do. Play with it. It makes the prequels look like Quentin Tarantino films. That's a good one, Johnny. That's a good one. Because at least the prequels are entertaining. You know, they make me laugh and they make me smile. And they don't insult me like the rehash trilogy did. What is your favorite vampire film? Um, one of them is The Lost Boys. I really like that one. The first one. I thought the third was also pretty underrated. Because the second one was terrible. Nope, he has another one. These robots just keep coming. Yep. Yeah. But again, those movies are a cartoon as well. From Dusk Till Dawn, I like, but it doesn't become a vampire movie until halfway through. So I say Lost Boys, the first one, because that one is a vampire movie through and through. You don't have to wait a half hour or so to see the vampires. My favorite is Lost Boys and What We Do in the Shadows. I've heard that's from New Zealand. There's a show also, but I'm like, it's more of a black comedy than a horror film or horror series. Yeah, it's weird too. I also like Near Dark and Fright Night, the original, but I like Lost Boys probably. That's probably the best one. Oh, I love Jim Carrey in this movie. It is the little one, the little helicopter thing. I know, right? The hood of the car, yeah. Yeah, he and Sonic wears big Mickey Mouse gloves. I believe them Dustle Dawn from what I've heard of building up the vampire aspect in the second act. Yeah, because basically it's a crime film with George Clooney and Tarantino, just robbing people, whatever. But then the rest of the movie becomes a horror movie, kind of out of nowhere. In Lost Boys, the vampires appear in the beginning. Pat, what's your opinion on people who call a woman's? Well, that's not nothing to do with me. Okay, or Sonic, he got blown up. That happens in the game too. This is a serious moment. John, what is it? Yeah. What's your opinion on people calling a woman a bitch? If they deserve it, I know, Jim Carrey. Trust me, I know. Yeah. No, I don't like when they call a girl a bitch when they don't deserve it. But if they're being one, then when you are what you eat. Oh, this is what he says in Japanese. Interesting. Yep. That's a nice nod to the game. If they deserve it, I don't blame them. Yeah, exactly. But if you call a nice girl that, no, then that's wrong. I don't even like that when people curse at each other to try to be endearing, terms of endearment. No, I don't insult somebody, unless I don't like them. But if I like them, I don't want to call them that or anything else. What's the worst of all three franchises combined? Halloween, Jason, or Freddy? Probably Halloween because they've remade it so many times. They've only remade Friday the 13th once. Jason, oh no, Freddy. They've only remade it once also, but Halloween's had several remakes. The worst is Freddy's Dead. Yeah, that's a cartoon. Now I'm playing with power. No, no, you're not. You're playing with a bad script. Robert Englund. Favorite Nightmare on Elm Street film? Probably the first one is the best one. I also like the sequels 3 and 4. Oh, this is the scene with the dancing. Yeah, noise canceling headphones. See, he's like Tony Stark. He likes to press a lot of buttons and move his hands. Stranger Things, never seen it. I don't like the lead girl 11. Not for me. No power. Yeah, I wish Stranger Things had a better lead girl, but I'm just not into it. I don't like British chicks, even little girls. No, sorry. That's why the little girl is going to be in Last of Us. I'm like, yeah, Pedro Pascal's a good actor, but that girl's going to struggle to give. Uh, he's doing like the Enchantress in. He learned from the best. Joaquin Phoenix did the same thing on the stairs. So that's the Lost World Jurassic Park. Yeah, let's go faster. Surprised how she's 17 but still looks 12. Yeah, she's a little girl. Not for me, guys. Not for me. Yeah, Jim Carrey's putting his all into this. There's no one on Game of Thrones like him. No one. No one has his energy. Where's of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them. He's great. He just cracks me up, man. I saw The Mask as a kid and I loved it, and also Batman Forever. Stranger Things screw Millie Bobby Brown. I don't like her. I didn't like her in Godzilla King of the Monsters, and I won't. I'm not going to care about her in Godzilla versus Kong. Reduce her screen time or just kill her off because I don't care. That would be ballsy if Kong or Godzilla stepped on her and then the movie kept going. She's not the main character, guys. She's not even in the trailer. Yeah, because he's a hedgehog. Bunny rabbits, their heartbeats are fast too. I'm sorry, not everything in the world needs to be uh Englishized. Yeah, this is when JoJo gives him the red shoes from the game that make you run faster. What was missing in this movie was the theme from the when you get invincibility. You know, do you like Tom Hiddleston? Yeah, he's awesome. Loki is great. Hiddleston actually has a cool accent. I liked him in Kong Skull Island. I just wish he had more to do. He's so cute. He looks like he's taking a nap. Yeah, watch. I love this line. This is the best line in the movie. Watch. The Rock president. That's great. That's a great line. It's an original line. It's an original line. I've never heard that in any movie. The last time I laughed at a line like that was in Expendables when Stallone says he wants to be president. Do you like Matthew Davis? I never heard of him. Who's that? I don't know. I don't know who that is. He's what? I never heard of him. He's he was in Blue Crush, Legally Blonde. I thought he was okay in that. Tigerland and Blood Rain. Ooh. He's been in Legacies. I don't watch those shows. There's JoJo. Yeah, she at least does something in the movie, kind of like Darla and the red shoes. See, Matthew Davis Media. The YouTuber. I thought you meant the actor. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people that I haven't met here. I've only been on YouTube, my new YouTube channel for like a couple months, so I will check them out. Red shoes. Yep. At least the movie doesn't have forced fan service like the new Star Wars movies. Because that everything has to be nostalgia. You remember the original films? You remember the prequels? We're gonna shove it in your face. Kiss my ass, J.J. Abrams. You are no John Favreau. You're no Dave Filoni. You're not even George Lucas in his prime, who is better than you. Yeah, because he at least did a classic. Yep. Puppy whoopee. Yeah, those dogs have the softest ears. I love those dogs. They're so cuddly. Dogs are so cute. Yeah, this is Canada. I can tell because San Francisco doesn't look like this. I didn't even like what San Francisco was the location for Venom because they treated it like it was like it's easy to live there. Yeah, an Uber reference. I forgot. That tower's not even in San Francisco. Josh, when you see this video in March, please comment on the video when I post it on Facebook and on YouTube in a couple of minutes. Well, in a few. An Asian girl. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Cute. Very cute. See? A diverse cast, and it never has to dwell on it. Look, we have an Arab guy. We have a black woman. We have a light-skinned black girl. We have an Asian. Again, it's Canada. There's a lot of diversity up there. My good friend up there, Josh, stay safe, Josh Baker. There's a lot of, he knows there's a lot of diversity up there. And people are nicer over there. I'm having a great time, guys. I haven't laughed this hard since I saw Deadpool. That's not my child. Oh god, this movie is so funny. And there's another Asian girl. See, they're not poisonous. They're beautiful. Oh, this movie's gonna become a classic when it's like 10 years old. Yeah, I love this movie so much. If I ever have kids or adopt a child, I'm gonna let them watch this movie. Not Doolittle because that's god awful CGI. More diversity than the new Star Wars? Yes, because it's not forced. Since everyone there is from the UK, yeah, and I don't know why, because George Lucas didn't do that in the original. He put old British actors like Peter Cushing and Alec Guinness, these highly acclaimed actors, not these nobodies that we never seen before in movies that we never heard. Yes, they are. They are cute together. Because, like I said, diversity has to be earned. You can't force it in there. Like Judas and the Black Messiah. No, guys, I'm not reviewing that. I get it. Okay, oppression sucks. I get it. As a person of color, because I'm not white. Look at my skin. I'm brown, light brown. I am not gonna be offended again by that. I'm like, no, those, struggle movies. I'm fine. I'm over it. I'm over it. I like to see black people be successful in a movie and not be slaves because that's over, guys. It's been over for decades. We're over that. We have civil rights now. We have freedom. Use it the right way instead of breaking into the freaking White House. More diversity. He's so cute. His quills are so fuzzy. Uh oh. Because the new Star Wars just did not do it for me. They're not even new anymore because the movies came out years ago now. But they try to milk the original for all it's worth, make the original characters worthless, and then these new characters are not interesting. They're boring, and they can't act, and they're dull, and they're not memorable. Mandalorian has better. There's the red outfit, Mr. Wachowski. I love that. That's a good reference. I went to Comic Con in 2019. Yeah, he has a red. He has a red outfit like in like in the game and in the cartoon. Hey, can you see Jean Claude Van Damme as the Punisher? Maybe. Yep, it's time to push buttons. That sounds. Yep, there it is. Yep, Eggman. That's from the. That's a Japanese name for Doctor Robotnik. That, Yeah, they pushed him off a building. I was not expecting that. But I was expecting that. I love his dialogue. Yeah. It's like it was written for me. I love this movie so much, man. When I love a movie, you can tell by the expression on my face, guys. He threw them off the building. Yeah, kind of like in Winter Soldier when Black Widow kicks that guy, Maximiliano Hernandez's character, off the building, and they're just talking, and then Falcon saves him. It's been a year since Sonic, yeah, and the movie didn't fail me. It was one of the things of 2020 that didn't suck because it came out in February. And the fact that this movie was successful and people liked it, that's a miracle because a lot of these video game movies are just freaking terrible because they got people that don't understand the source material. Embrace it. Ding! That was the sound from the game. I'm not saying you have to do everything from the game, but respect the source material. People aren't stupid. They've played the games. I never played Tomb Raider, but I know that that 2018 movie was not the game. It had the look, but it took almost 2 hours for them to raid a tomb. At least in the Angelina Jolie movie, they did it much better. Yeah, let's get fast. Let's get nuts. What are you gonna do today for Valentine's Day? Yeah, I'm just gonna watch a movie on Disney Plus with my family. I don't have a girlfriend, but I will soon. I gave a Valentine to my friend on Facebook, so there's that. CBS. And there's a lot of action in this movie. It never slows down. When there are people talking, it doesn't take 20 or 30 minutes. It goes by real quick. That's what DC needs to do from now on with their films. Don't talk me to death. Give me more action. Give me more humor. Give me personality. That's what Shazam had over Wonder Woman 84. But this is when they go to Paris. Yeah, that's nice. A little girl's expression. Well, he's Canadian, and there's a lot of French people up there. Great Wall of China. Yep, again, kind of soon, but the virus didn't originate in that wall, so I'll give it that. We'll get over this. Run, Sonic, run! There's the Sphinx in Egypt, I think, or somewhere. Run. Yeah, and also I'm glad that the movie doesn't have a whole scene in the desert, like because Aquaman had it, and the new Star Wars films, and I was sick of deserts. I know Dune is going to be in the desert, but it looks awesome. Thought on Mercury Rising. It's a good movie with Bruce Willis when he cared, and I thought the kid, yeah, it's kind of annoying when he goes but his acting is fine after that. If when he's just talking and not screaming. I know he has autism. I get it. People like that have outbursts sometimes. I get it, but his acting is fine when he's just talking. Like hot, very hot. Something like that. That's fine. What are your thoughts on people who are apparently desperately single? Ah, you know, you can find somebody out there. There's someone for almost everyone, almost, unless you like being single. Words. They're gonna do a lot of those portals in Doctor Strange too. Yeah, yeah. They didn't say that because it's a kids movie. They're not gonna say that in a PG movie. I just saw the movie yesterday. God, I hated that kid. Every time he screamed, I want. Yeah, he just doesn't need to scream. If you're gonna make them autistic, just make them quiet. I would rather have that than the outburst and go ah! To die. Whoa, it's Leatherface. The fact that this made it to theaters and made money, that's shocking because last year was not a year for the theater. It really wasn't after March. It just mm-hmm. Oh, yep, the power of friendship brought him back to life. This is a new franchise starter, and I'm happy for it. A video game movie that didn't suck, that made a lot of money. That is shocking now. Because those Resident Evil movies, there were too many of them, and they were nothing like the games. This is just like the game. It's like a live action version of the game with a lot of references and respect for the source material. Sonic is still the main character. It's not some fan fiction character. My home. Oh, I'm not using it the wrong way anymore. I'm using it to protect my friends. Goggles down. Yep. Also, the post-credit scene. I'm going to leave it so you guys can see it. It's not at the very end. It's like near in the middle of those credits. This movie was awesome, man. It was worth every single cent I spent in the theater, and I paid for it. This movie worked. It should have been a failure, but just like Aquaman, it rose to the occasion. While it didn't make $1 billion, I know why. It still made enough. Have you seen The Legend of Tarzan? Nope. Don't like Margot Robbie, so it's a skip for me for now. Oh yeah. This is when he hits the ship, just like in the game. Boom. It's great. At least when I do my next podcast in March, well, later ones, it won't be as cold. It's freezing down here. But I'm going to get through this. The movie's almost over, and I'm going to do this for you guys. Awesome. Boom. That's a high five from the Phantom Menace. Well, that was a low five like this. I like that. Also, his other characters. I can't wait to see Knuckles and Amy and Tails and these other characters. Yeah, I want to see more characters from the games. I bet Mel Gibson approved it. Approved what? Margot Robbie was too young for Alexander Skarsgård. She looks like she's young enough to be his daughter. Yeah, Skarsgård, isn't he like almost 40? She looks young. And why is there an actress that looks just like her? Uh, Look her up. The girl from Ready or Not. What's her name? Samara Weaving. She looks just like her. It's weird. I thought that she had a sister or something. Look at her. It's very strange. And I know her birthday's next week, but I'm not a fan. Look at her. She looks just like Margot Robbie. It's kind of scary too. Yes, the Sonic the Hedgehog theme. Dun, 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 dun. Nope, Legacy of Rage. I've never seen that. Nice piano touch. That was a good fan service. Probably a clone. Yeah, she looks just like her. She's just younger than her, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's a gift card to Olive Garden. But hey, at least they don't eat in Olive Garden. That would have been like too much. Man of Steel. Man of Steel. $50 Olive Garden gift card. No, I do want to. I want to try Olive Garden. I want to go there's one in Bay Parkway, so I want to go there one day. Have a nice pasta bowl or some spaghetti or something. I know they don't have burgers there because it's Italian, but that's fine. I love that. What are your thoughts on Olive Garden? I haven't eaten there. I want to eat there this year. Once the COVID is over and once the indoor dining is available. I think they have takeout. I just want to try it once. I like Italian food. I was just sick of eating pasta at home because I eat so much of it, man. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. This is nice. Like, the audience awed in the theater. They gave them the attic and they made it into a room. That would be really convenient, especially in the wintertime, because it's so cold down here. That's nice. It looks just like his cave. His headphones, his bongos for some reason, his street signs, his comics of Flash comics, which I love, by the way, because the Flash is one of my favorite DC characters. Yep, the floss. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. It didn't offend me as a fan of the games. It's very funny. Jim Carrey's just hilarious in the movie, and Ben Schwartz nailed it. His voice really brought a lot of to Sonic. That was fun. 1 year later, the movie still holds up, and don't be there's still more, guys. Post credit scene. The first one. My friend had to spoil this for me on the internet a year ago, but for the sequel, I don't want to know. I don't want. Agent Stone turned into a stone. Yeah. Yep, that's the laugh. That's his laugh. He's gonna get fat because in the games, Robotnik is fat. Get it? A Grinch reference? Oh, what a great post credit scene. This is definitely like a Marvel movie. But the post credit scene came a lot sooner than we thought. We thought it would be at the very end. I can't wait to see Jim Carrey again, man. That was awesome. And I love this end credit scene. I'm going to leave the music because there's one more post credit scene. Heart and my soul is singing, brings up gold and something to give. It's mine to give. Based on the Sega video game. Hell yeah. Even though I was more of a Nintendo guy as a kid, Eminem, he's pretty good. This is a good rap too. The producers are Japanese. Let this pain, let this go going away. So I run. Yep. Yep. Speed me up. Surprised how they got that song in the end. Yeah. Don't worry about a copyright infringement. It's on live stream, so StreamYard doesn't care. What cares is YouTube. Speed me up. That's audience favorite song of all time. This is awesome. Ben Schwartz was great. Send me in my lane. I bet they were all dancing when the song played. Well, I was. Neil Madonna was in one scene. One. Speed me up. There it is, the scene with Tails. I clapped in the theater because I remember Tails from the second game and the third game, and he's so cute. Yeah, it's voiced by a girl, but in the cartoons it was too, so it doesn't bother me. There he is, Tails. I can't wait to see that little guy. He's so cute. See, embrace the source material, people. Awesome. People are like, yeah, run. Okay, let's stop the music. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. Thanks for watching my live stream, guys. Thanks, Johnny Jerry. Thanks, Network 98. Thanks, Darius, even though he was there for like a few seconds. But this movie still holds up. I love this movie. It's my favorite film from last year. It made me laugh again. I love the post-credit scenes because they're leading to something. Sometimes some of the Marvel movies, the post-credit scene, if Michael Bay had directed this, it would have been too long. It would have been 3 hours because his movies are just too long. But this movie is awesome. If you've never seen it, watch it. It's available on streaming, and there's plenty of Blu-rays and DVDs to go around. So this movie's awesome. I love it so much. Thanks for watching, guys. Put the slip cover on. Sonic the Hedgehog, freaking awesome movie even a year later. Thanks for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. Go kiss somebody that you love. See you later in the next stream.